One of the most intriguing figures on Australian television is Samantha Armytage, the former host of Channel 7's Sunrise. She's quite posh but also seems like a whole lot of fun. But she hasn't been on TV for a pretty long time, at least in the critical breakfast time slot. Joining me is the Australian's Media Diary editor, Steve Jackson, to talk about a potential return to prime time for Samantha Armytage. Jacko, where's she been all this time?
Well, she has been doing reality television. For the past year, she's been working on a show called The Golden Bachelor, which we will see tonight, Monday night on Channel 9 for the first time. But she took a break a couple of years ago to spend time with her now ex-husband down in the Southern Highlands, and doing a lot of horse riding, etc. But she has been massively missed from the Australian media landscape. She's one of those people that love her or hate her, and I've got to say most people love her because she's fun, she's vibrant, high energy. She is someone that people talk about, love talking about, love reading about.
Breakfast television is hard, isn't it? Because you have to segue from interviewing the treasurer to doing a recipe to spruiking potentially some products that you might have to sell, depending on what your time slot is. What sort of mix of characteristics do you need to succeed in that quite cutthroat world?
It is one of those jobs that everyone thinks they could do, but few people actually can. You need to be well-informed, you need to be friendly, you need to be ideally someone that people would love to have over for a cup of coffee and to talk about the latest news of the day. But to be across all those things, and as you say, being able to interview the Prime Minister 1 second to talking about Bon Jovi's latest track the next, is a really difficult skill set. To do it at 3 a.m. in the morning and to have every little accident or slip up of any words you say, plastered through the pages of newspapers and on websites, it is really, really difficult. Let's not forget, this is live television, 3 hours every day. The ability to talk for that long on camera and be across everything is just one of the most difficult jobs in the media industry.
Probably the master of the art is Karl Stefanovic. So he's the long-standing host of Nine's Today Show. He's been paired with quite a lot of pretty formidable women, and he has a female co-host at the moment in Sarah Arbo, who's very classy. She ticks all those boxes that you just talked about. Why would there be speculation about Sarah being replaced?
Well, it's funny that you describe Karl as being the master of the art. Sam is the master of the art. Now, Karl's been there for 20 years, 21 years. He had one little sort of year off, his gap year back in 2019. But Sam was the woman who stopped Karl from winning nationally back in 2013. So former Sunday Telegraph editor went across Neil Breen, and for the first 6 months, it looked like Today's Show was finally going to lose the tag of the perennially second-placed national commercial television breakfast show.
Brenny was EP, right?
Brenny was EP. Heaps of pressure on that year. They were going to win. Mid-year, Melissa Doyle exits at Sunrise. Samantha Armytage comes in, gone. She is the master when it comes to breakfast television. So in at 9, they have wanted this for more than a decade. If we can get Karl, who people love, he's the kid from Queensland come good. He, with his Monaro and his love for a couple of rum and cokes. And Sam, who's the Sydney version of it, appeals, love to have her over. So much fun, so vibrant. You put those together, it's a recipe for success. I don't think they even need someone who's, like Michael Healy, who's the Svengali of television at 9. You don't need to be Michael Healy to know this is a winning formula. So
you revealed in Media Diary a week ago that 9 was interested in Samantha Armytage and that she was potentially interested in a return to breakfast television. 9 didn't confirm or deny it at the time. What's happened since?
They haven't confirmed or denied it. Not denying it is, some people would say, quite telling, but also 9 has a very strong policy of not talking about contract negotiations. I can ask as many questions as I like. Unfortunately, no one has to tell me the answers. But I do know that she most definitely is going to be on the Today Show for at least a few weeks this December. So this is going to be the real trial. She did fill in last summer while Karl and Sarah were both on leave. She didn't win in the ratings then. Read into that what you will, but she will be back this summer again, and it will be seen as another trial for, is this going to be the pairing that we finally see hosting the show and making that last-ditch bid to win while Karl's there. Because let's face it, 21 years in the hot seat, how many more years has Karl got in him? it's a taxing show, and the fact that he's still there after 2 decades is impressive, but he's not going to be there forever.
This is a really awkward situation for Sarah Arbo, who hasn't done anything wrong. She is doing a great job, but it's the classic situation of you don't want the substitute who fills in for you on holiday to be better than you. Nine surely has a responsibility to sort this out quickly, don't they, for her sake?
Look, you would like to think that they do, but this is the game they play in. This is the world in which they move. And you are getting paid a lot of money to bring in viewers. And we saw just last week that a breakfast show host in Brisbane wasn't achieving the numbers. His ratings fell and he's gone. Now, that said, that's why they get paid so much money, because the risk is high. You put yourself out there, and if you pull in the people, you reap the rewards. And if you don't, you're gone. So not saying Sarah's doing anything wrong, but if they think that they can get an edge by bringing in Sam and win, and that is a massive premium when it comes to advertising, being number one or number two, we're talking about millions of dollars in advertising revenue that they can charge as being the premium number one show. I mean, it's big stakes. So yes, it would be nice if, everyone could have the job. Let's make everyone the host and keep everyone happy. But there are winners and losers in all these things. Sam is amazing. Sarah also amazing. Ideally, you'd want them both, but unfortunately, there are only 2 chairs.